Alright, so essentially Dragon Ball Super is setting up their next main villain, I guess you could say, for the next arc. We have Granola, who has received a huge buff from the last time that we saw him in Manga Chapter 69. In Chapter 70, he essentially gets his wish granted. We find out that, at first, there was a lot of speculation whether or not the dragon that comes from the two little Dragon Balls, that did not come out the way I... At first, there was a lot of speculation to whether or not he could actually perform the wish. And the dragon at first says he can't but can. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. He does something that we've never seen done before by any of the other dragons. So basically, he can grant Granola's wish of becoming the strongest there is in a sense, by if he decides to sacrifice majority of his lifespan, right? From 150, which is pretty long, to only 3 years. Now, he decides to take it and he goes all Super Saiyan 3, his hair grows out and everything. Honestly, we don't see a lot happen in this chapter. It's basically just dialogue and some preparation. Like, we see Goku and Vegeta training. We see that Vegeta is going to be training to learn the hakai, or the destruction ability. Goku's training as well, but they're kind of going two different paths here. It's kind of interesting to see the parallels. They're almost like setting up Vegeta to be the next god of the destruction of their universe, which is not something that I would want to happen. I have an idea of another candidate that would be perfect, but I'm going to get into that in another video. But essentially, that's kind of what they're doing. They're kind of trying to make sure that they're going two different paths and not the same one. Because if they go the same path, it's going to seem like Goku's just farther ahead, you know what I mean? They both got to do their own thing. Thus, the mastered UI and the Super Saiyan Blue evolution. Yeah, honestly, I don't really have any high hopes for Manga Chapter 71. It's mostly going to be a preparation chapter for the upcoming battle. Like, obviously, it's gonna boil down to Goku, Vegeta, and Granola in the end. I think it's kind of getting a little predictable, but we can kind of see the trajectory of where it's going. It's kind of something kind of interesting to know is that we are currently 3 years before the end of Z, and Granola's lifespan has been reduced down to 3 years, so we're kind of wondering, is this going to be an immediate fight, or is it going to happen right before he dies? Like, we're not entirely sure. It just seems almost like a little bit too convenient that it's exactly 3 years, which is when the end of Z is, which is kind of the direction that we're headed right now. But from the looks of it, Granola is not really fond of Frieza or the Saiyans. I think he might actually end up facing Frieza first. Either kill or defeat Frieza, and then the Saiyans are going to find out, and the Saiyans are going to fight Granola. Also, due to the fact that Vegeta's learning hakai, and we learned a little bit more in Manga Chapter 70 about what exactly hakai is. He goes a little bit more into detail. We see Vegeta like ki blast a rock, and we think that he performs it, but it's not true. The ki blast basically disperses stuff, whereas a hakai literally erases it from existence. So it's two very different extremes here. Vegeta's learning how to erase someone from existence, which is going to be very convenient in the fight against Granola. Now, due to the plot and how the story is going to progress, I'm pretty sure Granola is going to end up being stronger than Goku and Vegeta. And what I see for the future is it's going to boil down to a very intense fight, and Granola is going to be Hakai'd. I'm kind of curious. I kind of hope that it's towards the end of the 3 years, because we'll get a little bit of a time jump. I want to see the characters a little bit older. You know, I'm kind of tired of this like baby Goten and Trunks. They look even smaller than they did in Dragon Ball Z. So I want to see some character development here. I want to see some characters get stronger, and I want some other people to shine. Obviously, Goku and Vegeta are the fan favorites, and that's probably who they're going to be sticking towards. But I do want to see some other characters shine. If I could see Gohan or Gotenks fight against Granola first, that'd be really cool. But anyways, yeah, there's not a whole lot to say here. Manga Chapter 71, it's mostly going to be a dialogue chapter. We're not going to get too much action. We might get a little bit of a showcase of Granola's ability. If we're lucky, we might even be able to see him encounter Frieza. I don't think in this next chapter they're going to meet the Saiyans yet. Hey, only time will tell. Anyways, I'm going to keep you guys really updated. If you guys like more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.